Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Sudokuvania. We were doing something last time. I can't say I remember what it was. Uh, but I suspect it might have involved this 18 cage. How far can this 18 cage go? Let's see. These digits sum to how many? 3, 4, and 8. That's 15. Okay. It is that. So if these sum to 15, the 18 cage has to go at least over to here. So it just is that needs to sum to 18, which means that this digit needs to be a 1, which then seems to make that a 5, and a 9, which for some reason isn't showing up in my red. So that makes the 18 work to 18 thing. Okay, so that 5 seems to have brought us back into this grid. So that is a 4. It's not a 4 or a 5. That's not a 5. So now these are a 1-3 pair. So now these are a 2-5 pair. Okay, and I have not screwed up anything, right? Okay, this 2-5 pair looks down here at the 6 and 5. And I'm sure that does something. Maybe, possibly. Maybe not. Okay, these digits seem not to be a bunch of things. I'm going to write in what they can be. They can't be 1, 2, 3, 4. I think they can be 5, but they can't be 6. I think they can be 7, but they can't be 8, and I think they can be 9. That maybe didn't help a lot. We've got this octaquadri grid here. I would not have these super dark lines behind here. It just makes the pencil mark so hard to read. Like all the lines in this, like both the imposter Renbon and the other piece look pretty dangerous. By the way, I noted we have this like ciphered Sudoku over here. Or this at least is going over to here. This is a 9x9 grid. No, this is a 6x6 grid. Oh, this is a 6x6 grid. So if this is a 6x6, that actually means I know that these two cells need to sum to 9. So these are a 4-5 pair. So that's not 4 or 5 at the very least. These are 1, 2, 3. So N and D, because of the cipher, N and D just stand for numbers between 0 and 9. N and D are a 4-5 pair for whatever limited amount that is worth. It's probably worth basically nothing. The certainly something going on over there, but who knows what it is. And this is the grid where everything counts as 1 higher, even though that doesn't... Oh, I see. I see what I meant to get out of that, I think. It's like, this can't be 5 anymore. Because then that would be a 6. But also, we just can't have the end of this between line in this grid at all, because the end of this between line needs to have a value of 1. So that's quite interesting, even if I don't think it does anything for us right away. Okay, we're going to slowly peruse these grids until something happens. Could be a 1 over down here, who knows? There's a 2 in one of these two cells specifically. That being 3, 4, 8 didn't, and this being a 1 didn't really seem to help me very much. I guess I know one of these two is a 1. But that doesn't seem very useful, does it? The 4 in all of these cells, that doesn't seem very useful. Oh, there's not a 2 in one of these cells. That was a lie. There's already a 2 in this box. There's a 2 in one of these two cells is where the 2 is. I don't think it helps, but it's true. Okay, is it possible that all of this nonsense I've filled in has actually helped me with this box's 3-cell sum to 15? So this digit, for example, it can't be 1 or 2. It could be 3, can't be 4, can't be 5 because of this 2-5 pair, can't be 6. This is 3 or 7, 8, 9. It's going to be 1, can't be 2, can't be 3, can't be 4, can't be 5, can't be 6. It'd be 7, 8, 9. And so the point here, I think, is that these are either 1 or 3 or huge, but they, of course, can't be 1 and 3. And they can't be 7 and 8. So actually, these sum to a minimum of 8. And therefore, this number over here needs to be a maximum of 7. Okay, and it seems not to be a 2, 4, or 6. Of course, if this is a 3 with a 7, then this can only be, like, something relatively small. Can this really be a 7? I don't think this can actually be a 7, because the only case where this would be a 7 is if these two added to 8, but the way these two end up adding to 8 is 1 and 7, so that's too many 7s. So it's actually 1, 3, 5. I could have done that more elegantly, I will confess to you. Oh, actually, the point is, it's actually even cuter than this. This can't be a 1 or a 3 either, because if this is a 1 or a 3, it means there's 2 1 3s on this line, and with 2 1 3s on the line, you'd need the other digit to be an 11. So in fact, this digit just has to be a 5. That's super cute. So this digit is not a 5, so that one's not a 6. In fact, actually, this one's now even, so that one's odd. Now these two just need to add to 10. So they're either a 1 with a 9 or a 3 with a 7. To basically understand the order. Okay, just for the sake of it, these digits are 2, 4. Sorry, not 4. 6, 7, 8. That maybe didn't help as much as I would have hoped. I still know that this isn't 4, 5. So it's either 6, 5, or it's got a 3 on it. Oh, I can place a 5 here, I think, right? These 5s... Oh, no, I can't quite. I can just place a 5 up here. What about this digit? This is just a 7 or an 8, right? It's not 1, 2, 3, because we know there's a 1, 3 up here and a 1, 3 down here. It's not 2, 3, 4. It's not 5. It's not 6. And it's not 9. So yes, we actually have a 7, 8 pair in the column, which has made this a 1 and a 9. So made this a 3 and a 1. All of that works. Okay, yeah. So that places this 9 now. Just by Sudoku. Okay, so these are now a 2, 6, 7, 8 quadruple. So that means that these are a 3, which has to go here. And the other one. So that's a 5. So that makes that a 6 because of the not being 4 or 5. This is the 4 for the box. So that's a 2 and a 4. That's a 5 and a 2. That's a 1 and a 2. Let's see, we seem to have a 4 and a 5 over here. 5. Oh, sorry. I was going to place 5 in a box using the 5 in the box to place the 5 in the box, which would not have gone very well. Okay, these two digits, I still need a 3. And the other digit I need is an 8. Did not think that was useful, but you gotta give me a little bit of hope now and then. Definitely true that one of those two is an 8. Oh, this is a 6, just by Sudoku et al. This is not a 2, so it's a 7 or an 8, which actually places the 2 in the row there. And so now that's a 7, 8 pair, which makes that a 3 and an 8 and a 7 and an 8 and an 8 and a 7. Okay, that's going to do a lot of damage to this row. What about this pair? These are a 1 and a 2. And we know the order. Although I guess I suppose I should say that this is a 2 and a 3 if I'm playing into the theme of the grid. This is not a 5. Okay, these are a 7, an 8, and a 4, right? Okay, so that's the 4. This is the 7, 8 over here. I don't have any, revelations about what the yellow line is. I do know this is a 3 because of the 2 there. Okay, and these are a 5 and a 6. Okay, and so so now we've unlocked the boss of the kitchen. So that will probably get us... Oh, no, sorry. This is not the boss. This is just an enemy. Okay, this is an enemy for us to practice our between lines. Okay, notably, even though this is the same color as the kitchen, this grid isn't hot. So we don't have to add one to everything along the between lines, which I suppose would do absolutely nothing, but what are you going to do? Okay, so there's an 8 on this between line, which means one of these digits is a 9. Doesn't help me a lot right off the bat. Okay, I think the point is we know this digit can't be a 1 or a 9 because you can't put a 1 or a 9 between these two. So we certainly know the 1 and the 9 in this box are over here. Is a worthwhile thing. Oh, maybe more easily. The 1 and the 9 in this box are here and here, because you can't put a 1 or a 9 on a between line. It would need something bigger to bound it. And so that means that the 9 that needs to bound this 8 can't go here. It can only go here. which then means one of these two is a 9, owing to the fact that, again, I can't put a 9 there and can't put a 9 on the line, which means that one of these 3 down here is a 9. Okay, so if I sort of maximize this, I could go 7, 6, 5, because the 8's already here. So this can only be 1, 2, 3, or 4. It's certainly not 3, because there's already a 3 on the line, so 3 definitely doesn't bound it. So the question is really, can this be a 4? And the answer is a somewhat messy no. Because if this was a 4, this digit would have to be a 2, but now every digit on this line is a 3. So this really does have to be the small one, even though it's sort of not 100% clear. It has to be the small one. So this has to be the big one. So this one is at least 4. Okay, so this number can't be a 1 or a 2, and it can't be a 3 either, because a 3 would force these to all be 2. So this number here is at least 4. Now, there's already an 8 on the line, so it can't be an 8. There's a 9 at the other end of the line, so it can't be 9. This can't be a 7, because that would force all of these to be 8. So this is a 4, 5, 6. Which means that these numbers are all between 1 and 6. So these are 2, 3, 4, 5. And these ones aren't 3 because of the these. And in fact, actually, the fact that these both can't be 3 means one of them is at least 4. And hence this circle can't be 4 either. Okay, now these numbers are each at least 6. So these are 6, 7, 8, but not 8. So these are from 6, 7. Okay, so now the the question is, where is the 2 going in this box? It's certainly not going on top of a given digit on top of the 1 or the 9, and it's not going between a 4 and a 9. So it definitely goes on one of these spaces, and no matter where it goes on those spaces, it always forces this digit to make the most boring between line of all, the 1, 9 between line. Okay, so there's a 1 down there. That puts a 1 up here. I probably should mention that these are all at least 5. Because of that over there. I don't know quite where the 2 is yet. I mean, this number here is certainly a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just by virtue of being consecutive with that. Oh, right. This number I can pry down because there's a 9 here. So this can't be a 9 or an 8, and it can't be a 7 either, because that would require all of these numbers to be 8. And in fact, it can't be a 6 either, because one of these numbers, in fact, actually, I could do even better. I can actually place what it is. This is a 5, 6, 7 triple. Although, again, the lines are too dark. But this is a 5, 6, 7 triple, meaning that this number, the 5 is actually in one of these two. That means this digit's actually a 4. Okay, which does mean that these are both 2. It's the only digit that is between 1 and 4 that is available. Okay, so these aren't 2. So the 2 is in one of these 2 cells. 2's over down in one of those 2 cells. Okay, Oh, this has become a 4-5 pair at some point. I don't know exactly when, but that has made this definitely a 6, which has made both of these 7s. Okay, that knocks 7 out of all of these cells, which knocks 8 out of those cells. tells me that these two digits are the same, for what it's worth. And likewise, these two digits are the same. Oh, this is a 3 because it's across a white dot from a 2. Okay, what is left in this row? Because it's not actually all that much. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 are the things that are left. We know this one's not a 1 or a 9. We know this one's not a 1 or a 9, actually, because there's a 1, 9. Oh, sorry, we don't know that this one's not a 9. Sorry, correction. We've got a 1 looking up, but the 9 is sort of more awkwardly positioned. Okay, this has a 7 or an 8 on it, which means we are going to need an 8 or a 9 in one of the circles. We're actually not getting a 9 in either circle, actually, because this 9 sees that circle, and this 1-9 pair sees that circle. So, in fact, we can't ever have an 8 on this. So, in fact, this is just a 7. Knock 7 out of all the rest of these. It does mean one of these two is 8. And the one that's not 8... we need to go down at least 7, 6. Yeah, but I guess the point is this number might as well be on the between line because it's between two numbers that are on the between line. So we could just minimize this as 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Note this could be a repeat. The lowest number in these 5 cells is a maximum of 3, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. So that means the other one of these is a 1 or a 2. So these are from 1 to 8. And in fact, neither of them can be 2. So these are a 1-8 pair. And this is a cute little trick that blew my mind the first several times I saw it. That 1-8 pair looks at this cell. So this cell can't be a 1. Or said backwards, if this cell is a 1, these cells are an 8-8 pair, which is problematic for lots of reasons. So in fact, that's the 9 and that's the 1. It means one of these two is a 1. I don't know that I love that immediately. Oh, but yeah, we also knew that one wasn't the 1. I was going to say that at one point, but the 2 point became more clear. Okay, so that's a 1. Okay, we know there's an 8 over here. Okay. These numbers now have to be between 1 and 8. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5. They can't actually include a 6. Because if they include a 6, then they include a 5, and then this cell is broken. So these certainly run from 2, 3, 4, 5. And so this middle number in the middle is always a 3 or a 4 for whatever tiny amount that is worth. It's not worth a lot, I fear. Let's see. I do see that there's an 8 down in one of these two cells. Can that be an 8? That would require one of these two circles to be a 9. That circle could sure be a 9. One of those two is a 9, at least, I'm prepared to say. Okay, these digits are from 1, but not 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, which is perhaps worth noting, because I know this one is quite restricted. These aren't able to be 8, actually. These aren't able to be 6 or 7, and this one can't be 1 or 9. So in fact, actually, this cell's a naked 8, right? Let me just double check that. It's not 1 because it's on a line. It's not 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not 6, 7. And it's not 9 because it's on a line. So yeah, this cell's in fact a naked 8, just meaning that's the only digit that this can be. And so that does mean one of these circles has to be 9, and it can't be the one that sees a 9. Okay, and so we could again do this 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. So the absolute largest, the smallest digit on this line can be is 4. And therefore this number is a 1, a 2, or a 3, but it sees a 1, so it's a 2 or a 3 only. We also seem to have rolled 9 out of that cell. Okay, what about this row? We still need 2, 3. We've got a 4, 5, and we need a 6, and we've got the 7, 8, 9. Okay, so this is just 2, 3, 6. This one's not a 2, so this one's a 3 or a 6. Doesn't seem that useful. This number is certainly at least 4. I don't know that it's not 9. Uh, yeah, I don't think I know a lot, actually, about that one. What about this row? We've got 1, 2, 3. We need a 4. We've got 5, 6. We need a 7, 8. 7 there. So yeah, we've got a 7 over here. Okay, which means that these numbers don't have 7, 8, or 9 on them. So they certainly range from 3, 4, 5, 6 only. Not that that's a huge restriction. One of these two is a 7, just by Sudoku. You see, like, 6 goes over here somewhere, but I don't think I know anything immediately useful about 6 and that. I do know that there's a 7 on this dot, I see, because of those 3 sevens put a 7 in one of these two cells. So these are from 6, 7, 8 only. Sure sounds more useful than it looks right away, if I'm being completely honest. Looking at 6, but I did not see anything useful immediately with the 6. Ah, yes, 8 in this box is the point. Or alternatively, if you'd rather do it this way, this is a 3, 4, 5, 6 triple. But actually, just 8 doesn't go on this dot, which pushed 8 up here, so these are a 7, 8 pair is what I actually saw. Which does make that a 4. Means that isn't. Okay, and so there's definitely a 4 on this, right? Because I can't make 2, 3, 4, 5 without a make 3 consecutive digits without a 4. So one of these two is a 4. Which I thought was going to do something, but it did not immediately seem to do something. Okay, here is a useful question. Given that none of these numbers can be 2, where is 2 in this column? And the answer is that the 2 in this column is always up here, which looks kind of useful. Like, tantalizingly close to useful, you could say. I was getting excited I was going to be able to place this 8 by Sudoku, but then unfortunately it turned out I'd already placed that 8 by Sudoku. Okay, so these are from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, unfortunately, so that's just enough to tell me nothing. Yeah, I know that this isn't 4, 5, because that cell is 4, 5, so this is either 3, 4, or 5, 6. And so this is either 3, 4, or 5, 6. And I know these two are the same, but that doesn't seem to immediately usefully tell me something, does it? The geometry of it doesn't quite look useful. If this is a 3, then the only place I can put a 3 in this column is exactly here. which sounds like it would be useful. It would make... Oh, I see. Okay, so I see the point now. Or I see a point anyway. This can't actually be a 3. Because if this is a 3, then the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 9 all get locked off of this line. Which would mean these would be a 1, 2, 3, 9 triple. Except, looking at this 1, 2, 3 here... In fact, actually, maybe the easiest way to do this is to just say the 1 and 2 in this box, where do they go? They can only go here because we said you can't put a 2 anywhere on this line. So in fact, these cells are a 1-2 pair, which now means the 3 isn't in these cells. And if the 3 is not in these cells, that means it is on this line, which means that this digit has to be a 2, which places the 2 in this box. Okay, that's probably the nicest way to say that. Better than what I was going to say. Okay, so I feel like I wanted to know that the 9 was in these cells earlier, but now I don't remember why I wanted to know that the 9 was in these cells. Oh, I wanted to know the 9 was in these cells so that I would know that this digit wasn't a 9, maybe? I don't know. It doesn't sound like me, but what are you going to do? Okay, so the 9 is in these cells, or the 9 in this box is in one of these 2 cells, but that doesn't look immediately super useful. Okay, I can do the same logic over in this box and ask, I can't put 1, 8, or 9 on these, so where do the 1, 8, and 9 in the box go? And the answer is they have to go in these 3 cells. That one's already marked as 1, 8, 9, but these are a 1, 8, 9 triple. So this is the other 2, 5 that isn't over here, because 3 and 4 are both on here. So this is the other 2, 5. Maybe I'm interested in this column. Because I see that we still have a 1 to place in the column. We've got the 2. We still need a 3. Still need a 4, but we've got the 5, 6. And the 7 and the 8, and then we still need the 9. And so this is a naked single 3 in that universe, because it can't be 1 or 9 because it's on the between line, which does indeed mean that this is only a 3 once I take into account that there's a 4 in the box. So that makes that a 1, 9. One of those is a 4. That makes this digit a 4, which makes that a 5, and that a 3. Like that. Okay, now this is only able... Oh, sorry, that's a 2. Let me fill in that before I do get too far ahead of myself. Oh, this is now a 2. Same reasoning. Now this is a 6 or a 7. So the only way that this can be an 8 is if it goes 6, 7, 8 exactly. I do see that this is a 1, 8, 9 triple in the row, which tells me that one of these is an 8, so that one isn't. And also tells me that this one isn't a 1 or a 9. Oh, also this now sees a 6 from somewhere? Ah, that became a 6, so this became a 7. Okay, so this is the other 4, 5, and it's not a 4. So that's a 5 and a 4. And a 5 and a 5. 6. Okay, there's only one digit left in this box because those are a 1, 9 pair. It's a 7. This is a 3. I guess there's even a 1, 4, 9 pair if you were into that kind of thing. Let's see, this was not a 5. This cell isn't a 3. This cell isn't a 5. There's no 5 on these dots, so there's no 6 on them either. So those are 3, 4, and that's a 6, 2, 3. These are 6 and 8. Okay, that gets me a 6, 7, 8 triple in the column, which means that's not an 8 anymore, which means that is the 8. And this is a triple for the column. It's 1, 3, 4, it looks like to me. That one's not a 3. That one's not a 6, apparently. We'll deal with this trio of dots later. I keep putting it off because it keeps looking horrible every time I look at it. Okay, so this digit is a write-in. It's not 6, 7, 8. It's not 1. It's in fact a 2. Which makes that a 1 and a 2. That's the last 2 in the grid even, so good job me figuring out where the 2 goes. Okay, so this can no longer be 6, 7, 8 because of the fact that this 7 looks there. So this can't be an 8 anymore because that was the only way this would work. So this is just a 1. Nice little dancing with the the 9s there. I had to enter the 9s in the correct order. It was cheating. Okay, so... Okay, there's no 8 over here. Okay, so the 8 in this box now is just placed here. Which gives me that 6, 7 pair, making that an 8 and a 6. This is a pair of 5, 8. Okay, this is a 3 or a 4, so that tells me that I'm going to finally look at the string of dots. There's no 3 on these dots because it would have to go with a 4 and it would break that cell, so these aren't 3. Okay, now 4 is the smallest and 7 is the largest digit that can possibly go here, so the middle digit definitely isn't 4 or 7. Also, there's a 3, 4 pair in the column, so that one's definitely not 4. Okay, there's definitely now a 6 on this dot. So this cell isn't 6. It's a 4 or 7. Okay. These dots up, or these cells up here, they're not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are 6, 7, and 9. That one apparently is a naked 9. Oh, also the corner marked 9 told me that that was going to be a 9. Okay, so this cell is a 6 or a 7, and that now tells me that this can't be a 7, because that would be a 6, and this would be a nothing. Or, alternatively, this is a 6, 7 pair, which makes that a 5. Take your pick of those arguments. Okay, and now we've got a 4 and a 5 left to pick here. 4 and 5. Oh, and a 3 over there. I was like, I didn't possibly get this wrong, did I? Like, I definitely make mistakes, but I'd rarely get to the point where a digit was filled in every cell of the grid and it was somehow wrong. Alrighty, so let's enter a 3 back in this boss cell. Oh, sorry, not that boss cell. Where did this boss cell come from? It's here. There we go. Let's enter a 3 in this cell. And then we'll check that we haven't made any mistakes in the grid. And we'll be back soon with more Sudokuvania. So thank you, everyone, for watching and hanging out. And again, we'll be back soon. Bye for now.